peaceful and fair. I was there before the elections, I was there during elections and after elections. So as a person who participated as an observer in those elections, I get not just surprised, but shocked that some people, authorities elsewhere outside Venezuela, want to discredit those elections. It's so surprising. Well, as a witness, that's what I saw. I now stand to read to you our statement as Ugandan organizations and citizens. And it reads as follows. The undersigned members of Ugandan organizations and citizens, moved by a spirit of solidarity, Pan-Africanism, and unrestricted respect for international law, raise our voices against the imminent and unprecedented aggression being orchestrated against Venezuela. We strongly denounce the threat of military aggression by the United States, which has deployed warships and a nuclear submarine in Caribbean waters near the Venezuelan coast. This deployment, accompanied by a psychological media war promoted by senior US officials, follows the same playbook of lies that preceded catastrophic interventions such as those in Iraq in 2003 and Libya in 2011. Furthermore, the unilateral and aggressive action represents a grotesque violation of international law and the principles enshrined in the Charter of the United Nations. The presence of a nuclear submarine in this intimidation operation is particularly alarming and contrary to the status of a nuclear weapon-free zone established in the Treaty of Tlatelolco. This is the South American area. So, but that one, that treaty. The truth backed by international technical reports, such as the UN World Drug Report 2025, shows that Venezuela is a territory free of illicit crops and that its fight against the drugs is effective and transparent. The accusation of being a narco state is a smokescreen to hide the real objective, which is to impose regime change and take over the nation's vast natural resources, including the world's largest oil reserves. I don't know whether people here know that Venezuela has got the largest oil reserves in the world. For all these reasons, taking into account Uganda's historic Pan-Africanism and international solidarity stand, we call on our government to do the following. Our government of Uganda to do the following. 1, being the current chair of non-aligned movement, our Uganda government should mobilize its member states and other multilateral bodies, including the United Nations, African Union, and the East African Community, to demand an immediate cessation of hostilities and the withdrawal of warships from the Caribbean. Request number 2 to our government of Uganda is that our government should actively defend the CELAC Peace Proclamation of 2014, which calls for peace in the Caribbean region, including Venezuela. Point number 3, we ask the Ugandan government to prevent the recurrence of a catastrophic war based on lies. Request number 4 to our Ugandan government is that our government should activate all mechanisms of solidarity and denunciation. In conclusion, let us not allow complicit silence to open the doors of war of aggression. Conscious solidarity is our greatest tool. This statement is signed by hundreds of Ugandan organizations and citizens, and the journalists can have a copy. Thank you very much.